Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Beauty. Appears as if we have good audio. Got a little background tune going. Welcome, day 5, Vibe Code Learn. We are gonna do a little bit of parallelization of a couple different agents today across a mono repo. So these two two repos share they share similar database structure, and I want to just we'll do this. I want to pick up where we started yesterday with the CRM and actually implementing the plan. That looks like it's in a good spot, so we're gonna go ahead and kick that off. Also though, launch on new localhost port GS site. Also though, we're gonna have some work get done in a functioning production site. Gonna mess with Git work trees today. So I have a lot of modifications to do to a personal dashboard site I have, and we're just gonna get into it. I'll show you the dashboard. Kind of some cool happenings in here. Essentially, it's a it's a all-in-one kind of hub for me. It connects a lot of APIs across my devices. So I have a Brother printer, and you can see here, I have a file system. I'm not gonna do all that, but I like hard actual pages for stuff. I have these toll binders. I like to print off KPIs and summaries of weeks and kind of track things. And so yeah, so this site, this personal dashboard is connected to the printer. It's connected to my Whoop band, in which I really like. They have an API key, and it tracks everything there. Metrics like sleep score and heart rate variability and some other good stuff. So here's the site right here. You launch it, GS, super creative title. And yeah, it basically populates with these tiles. Printer, Whoop, connects to MyFitnessPal when I track my food, connects to Notion to have all my habits tracking. So did I work out? Did I stretch? Did I do certain things? This is what also has like some just good reminders. So like every year, blood work, some cool charts, weeks of life remaining till I turn 50 or till I die. Connected to Gmail. Audio agents are hosted here. Yeah, got a lot of good stuff. Call log. There's like upload forms. It's gonna take a while to load in, but not too bad. Random contact generator. We won't show too much of that. Forms streak. So it's also connected to these lights that I have in my bedroom. And this site is actually, the forms and the lights are related because I for a little bit now, I've been doing these like 2 times a day, 3 times a day forms that are basically just show you. Um, they're basically just ask what you've gotten done in X amount of uh, time period, last couple hours, how I could have improved that. So just text box for me to fill out how my Notion, my blocking calendar blocking is, and like my mood and that type of thing. And the lights are a new to 2026. I finished it right before the new year to basically uh, the lights have an API, and until I do the night productivity forum, accountability forum, they turn on automatically and will not turn off until I complete the form. When I complete the form, when I hit submit, it turns off the lights. Same goes for the morning forum. It'll like ramp up the lights, so it'll just slowly turn the lights on at 5:30, and I won't be able to turn those lights off until I submit the morning form. So it's a good way to hold myself accountable to do the form in the morning, so I don't waste money on electricity bill. But yeah, there's another page to that, but two separate sites that we're working on in the same mono repo today. So we are going to go ahead and implement what we were working on. But we're also going to just start in GS site and GS site. We want to. So I should get to another branch for that. So it's not all going to GS Realty CRM, but we'll fire off, we'll reload our plan here, CRM implementation plan. We'll say right click, we'll say let's pick back up where we left off with the CRM underscore implementation underscore plan.md. RIC, reply in chat, the current status. And then this is we kind of went over GitHub a little bit yesterday. So I'm going to say, can I run different branches, agents in different branches within the same code base, the same mono repo? Usually I like to stick with one, but I thought today would be cool to kind of see if we could have one working on one branch and GS site working on another. So you can run it simultaneously, but you need separate working directories, get work trees. And do this, now you have actual main branch, actual feature, actual experiment. Each work tree shares the same Git history but has its own working directory. You can run npm run dev with different ports in each. Option 2, clone multiple times. No. Cloud Code agent specifically, you can run separate Cloud Code sessions in different terminal tabs, each pointing to a different work tree. Okay, I want this Cloud Code session to be in the Tile branch while leaving the IDE rest of Claude instances in GS Realty CRM, which is currently configured. 1 through 10 feasibility of this reply in chat. So then over here, well, that goes, phase 1 is complete. From the plan's future enhancements sections not started. Calls place 3. Let's do deal pipeline Kanban. So it goes back over here. Okay, here's the issue. Claude Code sessions are bound to the directory path, not the branch. All sessions pointing to actual will see whatever branch that directory is on. What you need to do, create a work tree for one of the branches. Actual tiles, tile dialed. Session in a work tree directory. Keep existing session in. Can't move this session to a different directory mid conversation. Alternate 710. Switch this directory to tile dialed and switch this directory and switch and create a work tree for the CRM work. Cleanest approach. Use work trees for both. Have separation. Alright, we'll let this finish. We'll commit the Kanban, and then we will experiment with. So right now, there's 4 apps. Here you can see GS Site, GS Realty Client, these 2. So these are the 2 that we're working in, but I am in the directory actual. That's what my IDE, that's the folder I opened up. That's the directory we're in. So I can work in these separately, but to do different get work trees, it sounds like we're going to actually CD. So instead of like in the terminal, when I launch a new terminal here, or I split the terminal, you see it'll say actual, and this is where I always write in Claude. So I think I actually have to CD into apps, GS Site, and now launch Claude from here. So to make this clean, we will let this one finish. Got subagents going to rename, kind of talked last time. GS Realty Client was the name of this app. I do want to change it to just CRM. I was thinking like this CRM would be used for different people and they would be clients of the app, and it just gets a little confusing when like, oh, so this is real estate related, that's my main thing, and I have clients, so it's just a little wonky. So I want to rename it, but the bottom one here is You're seeing if that's safe with the new changes. So this stinks, so we hit a compact. So we'll go never do dash compact. It just makes it so much stupider. I'd rather just launch a new instance here. I didn't know our terminal, our context window was that low, or else I wouldn't have said, hey, let's go ahead with so we'll go read crm underscore implementation underscore plan.md and reply in chat current status of the Kanban development. Also read previous Cloud Code instance logs if needed to understand where to pick back up where we left off from other Cloud Code instance. So we got the glitchy going. Hope they fix that. I guess it's just really hard to have a terminal product, CLI, that does all this, and I guess I thought this is only me and Cursor, but I guess this is a thing. But then it's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to just run Claude. I mean, totally can, but I'm just going to run it in the terminal here. I don't know. I have a bunch of instances like that where I don't have the IDE, and I guess I could still have it open and look at files, but just not have the terminal going in the IDE. But that would, I think that would get rid of the glitchiness, so maybe that's a move. How are we doing here? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Right side here we have the Bears. Last week, big game in a couple hours here. I'm in Chicago next weekend, so I need for Derrick Rose's jersey retirement, and we need this win. Okay, it sounds like the audio's decent. It's going to the thing, but yeah, Bears game in a bit. Trying to wrap. Sub-agents are cooking. Database layers done, pipeline board done, pipeline column, deal card, pipeline page incomplete. Navigation's not enabled. So that's continue. So like get work trees would be very helpful to learn so I'm not just sitting in, I mean this is a situation where I've given a rough, this is where I would go and go into another app and start planning the next step, but since everything was planned pretty well up front, just need to wait until implementation so that we can go ahead and test. So that's why I was like, all right, maybe, get work trees would be good, because we could get another guy going over here. I just want to finish the Kanban. I probably shouldn't have kicked that off, but we'll finish the Kanban and then we'll get work trees all this up and a new context windows connected to the right branches, merge everything, not have anything mess with each other, CD into the right areas. Checking Supabase database schema. We do have Supabase still connected. I wonder if there's a GitHub MCP would be smart for Git work trees to just confirm that's the right path. I think that's overkill. Alright, let's see what the status of the rename is. Confirm. The search found build artifacts, auto recognition after rename, ignore. This reinforces the feasibility. The rename remains straightforward. The only decision needed is whether to keep the GS Realty URL path or change it to CRM. Do you want to kick that off? Write this to a new rename GS Realty to CRM markdown with checks. I don't want to do it right now, so I'm just going to make it a markdown so we can get into that after. That can be running in the background once we finish everything here on the Kanban page and get work trees dialed. Then we'll revisit rename this rename markdown. what would the cleanest approach, this work tree setup for actual CRM versus actual tiles? Is this creating a new directories in actual, like locally? And then those can be merged into, tiles would go to GS site and CRM would go to GS Realty dash client. Markdown created. Open this up. So it would verify no active development, no uncommitted changes in GS Realty client, no open PRs, clean git status on the current branch, verify build, works before rename, back stuff up. You gotta make a decision on the URL path. It says keep GS Realty, no breaking changes, bookmarks work, slight naming inconsistency, change the CRM, clean naming, breaks existing. All right, finished. Going over here, we'll refresh. Come on, localhost work. If we go to, I guess we don't need Ocean open. Sales pipeline. Ooh, baby. Clean. I think these will stay blinking because there's no records in. Let's see if it loads, something loads in. So this has to say how you do it later. Good question. Let's clarify where work trees live. In actual. Work tree 4. So it does make a new, it makes a new local directory. CRM, tiles. They're sibling directories, not inside actual. Each is a full copy of the working tree, but sharing the same Git history. Important clarification, branches do not equal app folders. Both TileDial and GS Realty CRM contain the entire mono repo, all apps. The branches represents a different state of the whole code base. So TileDial branch is all apps. GS Realty CRM has all apps. How merging works, TileDial to main merges your work. GS Realty to main merges your work. Not work tree to app folder. So then my question is, how does that work when it's not to main? Would I do it to, I guess yeah, merge GS Realty CRM, they would both go to main. All right, that's cool. All these are finished, so yeah, set up work trees. So we could go add deal here. I don't know if this is full, we'll handle testing later. Just want to set up like how parallelization works in an intro to see this is clean. This is what's good here. Deal value, commission, add notes, buyer, seller. You can load existing clients. So there should be we'll say we need a add client here probably. Like add a new client that we'll go back and put them as a contact, or add contact rather. So I don't have to go contacts, add contact, then come to sales pipeline. So we will probably do something there. But we are making a couple work trees. Looks like we've been going for 30 minutes. So I'm interested where these will live. If it's totally different ones, is it gonna, these new guys, actual tiles created. CRM worktree failed because user is already checked out in actual. That's actually fine. You already have it. CRM worktree failed. Bruh, what? Setup. Okay, actual GS Realty CRM. So we have a new. So is it in the main of actual, or is it underneath the specific? So if we scroll down, we can see, is it in the root, meaning actual? Doesn't look like it. How to use work on CRM, choose for the client directory actual. So okay, so this is a new actual get. This looks a little different. I'm just wondering where it lives locally. Or is it just a configuration down here? I wonder. Doesn't look like anything. No music. No music. Yeah, so they're just they're not actually local. So if I came to our GitHub check, we're not actually going to see a new actual, or not see a CRM. We've just configured these branches, these branch IDs in the ID to do different things. So cool. I mean, that's Git work trees. That's how you work on two different projects at once. So that's really nice. So then we could, I mean, just say define current session is still pointed at 0. Okay. If you want this session on tiles, you'll need to exit and restart Claude Code from actual tiles. So this was wrong. We would do this. We'd go so be actual cd actual / tiles, actual dash tiles. Give full path for new Claude Code session for actual dash tiles to get into that work tree. Or just list them. Get work tree list. So I copy this, right, and I go CD that doesn't work. So am I literally just gonna do CD? Oh, it's outside. Okay, so it's not showing up here. It is a, so if I go to Finder, I go, if I navigate to right outside of actual, so it's going to be in here, tiles. Okay, boom. Tiles, and what's the other one? CRM? Where's CRM? So it's still all, this is the entire Git for that specific directory. Got it. So, okay. And then the location of the other one is what we're currently in. So just real estate actual. So we're already configured here. So if I said, so we have the full path from that git work tree list command. So what were to happen if I changed in my local IDE, if I changed from GS Realty -CRM to actual -tiles? How would I get back to GS Realty CRM? I mean, I know the answer to this already. I mean, you just go back to it. So the setup for work trees we just did, if I was on main, it would make not just actual tiles, but it would also make the CRM. Yeah, each folder is its own thing. Not switching branches, that would be git checkout. Think of it like actual one browser tab open, CRM, actual tiles, another browser open, tile. Yeah. Closing one tab doesn't affect the other, opening a different folder in your IDE. It's just the same thing. VS Code cursor, just have it in, yeah, saying just have it in separate windows. It's the same thing as Git work trees is what we just did. But who wants to do that? Who wants to switch between two IDEs? I want one IDE. I want 0 IDEs. I want to get to the point where these other guys are just running terminal and I just know stuff by heart and I don't have to really be in here to kind of monitor work in this IDE interface, meaning an editor space, editor browser space, and seeing all the files with here. I mean, just do it in terminal. So that makes total sense. So there's git work trees, a little educating. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off and answer all these kind of boring questions for GS Realty or GS Site. But yeah, that'll do it for today. But yeah, go Bears. See my mood tomorrow after the outcome of the game. Good stuff.